No, don't go my way. You bastard. I've got to ask, why are there traffic lights here? They're not doing anything. I think they're just here to ruin everybody's day. Why, hello! How the devil are you? Good. Well, I thought I'd better come out on the old motorcycle, on the mouse. So I thought I'd head on down to West Bay and back. Since we got thundery showers tomorrow, by all accounts. I'll tell you what, it's bloody warm today. We seem to have transitioned straight into summer. I'm not knocking it. But it was bloody hot earlier. I was sweating like Rolf Harris in a sweet shop. I'll tell you what, me and this sat-nav are going to fall out. I gave it a squirt. It's still doing it, so I'm going to have to resort to plan B, which was suggested a while ago. And I'm going to have to pack out the plug at the back with a bit of rubber. Try and give it a tighter fit against the back of the sat-nav. It's a shit design. Come on, you bastard. Oh, great. Alright, switch off then. Why do you switch off then? And I know I'm not the only one who suffers from this. Derek from Solo Moto UK is having the same problem. Right, we'll see if we can get past this moose. See, 30 mile an hour is horribly slow, isn't it? See, I think motorcycles should be exempt from speed limits. Makes perfect sense. Well, kinda. Right, we're out of the village now. Come on. I am thinking bike. The old Bedminster Tunnel. as I've said before. Built to replace the old road which ran up there. You can see it's quite steep. Doesn't matter this day and age, but when you're a horse and cart, poor horses, I bet they hated that. See, place names are funny, aren't they? See, it's spelt Beaminster, but it's pronounced Beminster, or as some people say, Bedminster. Good old English. It's quiet, isn't it? You know, it's only 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. Looks like everywhere's shut. So I had a right moose of a customer at the beginning of the week. So much so I had to hang up on him in the end. So he phones up and he says, yeah, I wonder if you can help me. You supplied me with some... oh God, I wish I wouldn't do that. My glove grips the throttle when I move my hand. So we'll try that again, shall we? So I had a right moose of a customer phone up at the beginning of the week. He was such a moose I had to hang up. So he phoned up and he says, oh, I wonder if you can help me. Yeah, okay. You supply me with some furring strips. Okay. Only they're not long enough. Can you do an extension for them? Now, a furring strip, for those who don't know, and I'm sure most people don't know, a furring strip looks like, you know, one of those wedge door stops, only they can be, you know, 3.6 meters long or 4.8 or whatever, and they're used to put an angle on a flat roof. So they normally have a fall of about 1 in 60, usually somewhere around there. Anyway, so he wanted some extensions for them to make them up to 6 meter. And I said outright, no. No, not something we will do, because they are cut to order and cut by hand. You can't guarantee that if you then try and put an extension on the back, that it will fit properly. You might get a slightly different angle on it. You might finish, so instead of finishing it 70 mil and going back up to, I don't know, 100 mil, let's say, you might get them down to 65, again, because they're cut by hand on an industrial bandsaw. So I said, no, not willing to do it. And he's one of these people who will ask a question, can you do, or do you do? You answer that question by saying, no, we don't, or no, we can't. And then they come back with why. They want to argue the case. Why can't you? Why won't you? Why don't you? And he was getting really irritated. I said, look, we're not doing it. All right? I've told you why we won't do it. And then he started to insult me by saying, what, are you not capable of working out the hypotenuse of a triangle? I said, I'm more than capable, but it's an irrelevance. Well, why is it irrelevant? Because we're not going to do this for you. Do you not understand? Oh, well, can't you just put a simple line on a piece of wood? Look, I've told you we're not going... Right, okay, so if I wanted 8 at 6 metre, how much would it be? Do you deliver? I said, we do deliver, but it has to be £100 worth of goods for us to deliver. They said, all right, well, let me finish. All right. So what if I had 8 of them at 6 metre? Okay, right. So that would be 51. That would be £51. Okay, will you deliver that? No. I've just told you it has to be £100 worth of goods. Oh, well, how much do you charge? We don't do that. Because it's not financially viable to fill up our lorries, because we deliver so far and wide, multi-drop. It's not financially viable to fill them up with £30 orders with a delivery charge on. Not only that, because we don't charge delivery, we work on a basis of a 3 working day turnaround. Now, if we charge somebody £15-20 for delivery on a £30 order, they now have an expectation that that will be delivered within those 3 working days, whether it's suitable for us or not. So I said, look, no, I've already told... And he got really shirty. And then he went back to the extension. I said, look, I told you we're not doing it. He said, you're really rude, you are. I said, no, I'm not. I said, you're being rude. You're arguing. And he kept on. I thought, do you know, whatever. I just hung the phone up. Can't be bothered with it. I mean, the other thing that irritates me greatly is somebody will phone up and they say, oh yeah, can I have a price on 10 5.4s of 4x2, please? Yeah, no problem. That's blah, 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 blah. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just grab a pen and paper. Why didn't you get that ready before you picked up the phone? You knew you were going to be asking for a price on something. Be ready. You see how annoyingly intermittent that problem is? It's been fine now for like the last 15 minutes. Makes no sense. I had a ding-dong with a builder's merchant during the week as well. They've got a habit of ordering stuff, we cut it to order, and then they phone up and cancel it. Oh, the customer's cancelled it. Well, the customer needs to change it. And I ended up negotiating a deal the last time they did it, which was last month. So they wanted us to cut something unusual, not particularly unusual, but it's not a common stock size anywhere usually. 250 by 63, or 10 by 2.5 for you old bastards like me. And then following day they phoned up, oh, customer needs to cancel it. And my boss, the owner, got a bit shirty and basically told them, no, if they cancel this, we shan't do any more business with them. Their manager then emailed us and was really rather unprofessional, should we say, telling us how brave we are given the current climate of threatening to, not supply them with anything, and that they can buy timber anywhere and they're free to spend their money where they like, and even though it's not a popular size, you'll sell the wood eventually So I emailed him back and basically said, look, your branch has a habit of doing this. You know, I went through all this last month with one of your staff. I used to work for your company. I know how it operates. If you're ordering in something special for a customer, they should be aware that they cannot return it. Or if they can return it, there's likely to be a charge to do so. And I closed it off by saying it's essentially scrap wood for us because of the size. However, if we were bound to sell it eventually, you could always have it in your yard because you're bound to sell it eventually. And in the end, they took it and they added some more stuff to it. There's just no need for it, is there? Plenty of bikes about. Well, it was only a quickie. It was more about the ride than the destination. The posse. Good few bikes there. So West Bay, famous for the opening title sequence to The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin, was shot on West Bay Beach, as you can see from the cliff in the background. And Nick Berry's Harbour Lights. Can't say I've ever watched it. I think I'd probably rather have a root canal, but each to their own. See, now would you want to live somewhere like this? I don't know. Because in the winter it's pretty bleak and miserable, isn't it? A lot of places are closed. Excuse me. And then in the summer, the first bit of sunshine, the place is heaving. And you've got to put up with all the tourists and camper vans and motorcycles and God knows what else. Mind you, I bet it's difficult to get on the housing ladder around here. Excuse me. See what I mean about this? But I've got this intermittent dry cough. Didn't cough at all on the way down. Now, my Honda RoadSync app isn't syncing for some reason. So I might stop in a minute and have a look at that. Beamer boys on behind. Go on, fucking hell. Well, I shall leave you there, unless something really exciting happens on the way back. So I shall say tatty bye. Cheerio.